Now, let's look at our first question, question 16 here first. We want to find the slope of the line passing through the pair of points. You see, one point, another point, or state that the slope is undefined. The slope may not be defined. Now, here, the first point is -2, 6. Second point is -2, 4. By the definition of slope, which is the difference of vertical direction, y, divided by the horizontal direction, the horizontal difference of 2 points. 6 minus -4, that's 6 plus 4, which is 10. -2 minus -2, this -2 minus this -2. Then we got -2 plus 2 is 0. 0 cannot be done on denominator, so in this case, the slope is undefined. By looking at our picture here, we may put those 2 points on the decimal. The first one is -2, 6, right here. The second one is -2, -4. So we can see here, -2, 6, and this point, -2, -4. If we connect those 2 points, we know is under 9, x equals -2. You see, x value never changed, -2, -2. So the vertical line, the slope is undefined because the horizontal distance between any 2 points is 0. And the vertical distance, even minor, if it's not 0, then divided by a no-zero number. The vertical distance, no-zero divided by 0 is undefined. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, now let's look at the second question. The second question, we want to determine whether the lines through each pair of points are parallel. 2 lines are parallel if the slopes are equal. We have the first pair, which is -7, -7. The second point, -13, -27. And then the second point is -3, 5. And then -6, -5. So we calculate the slope. And then we know vertical distance. Here is 7, -7 minus -27. Horizontal distance, -7 minus -13, right here. So we have upstairs is -7 plus 27, downstairs is -7 plus 13. 27 minus 7 is 20. 13 minus 7 is 6. Reduce 20 over 6, we got 10 over 30. That's the slope of the first two pairs, first two points. The second 2 points, -3, 5, we use 5 here minus this -5. That's the vertical distance of y. 5 minus -y. If we choose 5 minus -5, we have to use -3 minus -6. And we know 5 minus -5 is 5 plus 5, which is 10. And a -3 minus minus, so it's -3 plus 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. So we have a 10 over 3 as well. And then we see two slopes are equal, lines are parallel. If you want to use decimal, you can check. Let me erase the previous. Here we may see the first one is -7, -7. And then we have a -13, -27. Okay. -7, -7. Click on that. That's this point. Now, where is another point? -13, -27. That's very low. That will be this point. See right here, right here. Okay. If you connect this point and this point, that would be a line. Now, how about the second pair? The second pair, you have a -3, 5. And then you have a -6, -5. Then you hit the enter. You can see here, -3, +5, -3, +5 is the point right here. And then -6, -5. -6 is here, -5 is here. You can see they're actually on the same line. Of course, they are parallel. Okay. Then the answer you want to choose is the one right here. Okay. Now, the third one. The third one is, since we have learned the slope, what's the meaning? Really, what can we do with the slope? This is the application. A section of roller coaster track has the dimensions shown in the diagram. You see, that's the roller coaster here. Maybe from here slide down to the bottom. We want to find the grade of the track, which is slope, which is the slope written as a %. So we may think this point is on the origin, 0, 0. And then we know this point, the horizontal distance of this point to the origin is 29 meters. See right here, it's marked 29. And the vertical distance from this point to the origin is 11.6. That will be this one. By the definition of the slope, rise over run, rise is the vertical distance, 11.6 is the height, minus this y. And then horizontal distance is 29. That's this part. So 29 minus 0. And we can use our calculator here to find out. Turn on your calculator, and you see 11.6 divided by 29, which is 0.4. 0.4 is 0.40. We shift decimal point 2 digits to the right, we have a 40%. So here we should choose this one. So now we know if you say the manager in some park, they say the how steep, what is the grade of the track, they say 40%, then you know that's rise over run is 0.4. Okay, that's the application. You can see that if this point was not here, even higher, you will get what? You'll get a big percentage. Okay, and the big percentage tells us the big slope. Okay. So, question 19. Question 19, we are given a line. We want to find out the slope. To find out the slope, we need 2 points. And here we can construct any 2 points. I like to plug in 0 here. When x is 0, and 8 times 0, I get y is 0. So 0, 0 is on the line. You can see 0, 0, you plug in here, then you know it meets this, satisfy this equation. I also like to put another easy point when x equals 1. If you want, you may put x equals 2. You'll get the same value. I mean for the slope, not for y. When you plug in here, x, plug in 1 here, 8 times 1, which is 8. So you have a 1, 8, x is 1, y is 8. And then rise over run is vertical coordinate or y coordinate 8 minus 0 divided by horizontal, the difference of the horizontal distance, 1 minus 0. And we know that 8 minus 0 is 8, 1 minus 0 is 1. Final answer is 8. So basically, the coefficient of this 8 is the slope. In future, if you are given the function in this form, you do not even have to calculate the slope. Just the coefficient of this x in front of x will be the slope. You may try different equation like y equals 3x. You do the same thing. And here will be 3 minus 0. You will get 3. Okay. So in future, if the function is given in this way, you will have here is the slope. You can see 8 equals 8. So in this case, this one is our choice. Okay? All right. 20. Now, 20 is similar. You may choose 2 points. Again, I like to choose easy points. Plug in 0 here, choose x is 0. -1 times 0 plus 3 is 3, which is 1. So I know 1 point is 0, 3. How about another point? You may choose x equals 1. You plug in here. Replace x with 1. Now, -1 times 1 plus 3, you have a 2. So y is 2. Then you have a 1, 2. This point is on the graph. Then you do rise over run, find out. That's the vertical distance between 2 points, 3 minus 2, which gives us 1 on numerator. And then since you use 3 minus 2, you have to use 0 minus 1. Do not do the opposite thing. 3 minus 2 and then 1 minus 0. That's wrong. You may do 3, you may do 2 minus 3. That's -1. But you do 1 minus 0, you still get -1. Okay? So here we did 3 minus 2, which is 1. And 0 minus 1 is -1. We get -1. Okay? So in this case, we can see this answer, -1. And here the coefficient of x is -1. Again, in future, if the equation is given in this form, then you do not have to calculate. The coefficient of x is the slope, which is -1 in this case. So then we will choose x equals, here the coefficient, the slope, which is -1. Be careful, in front of x, -x is actually -1 times x. It's not 0. Okay. What kind of form is that? This equation has this form. This equation has this form. So here, the general conclusion is what? Is you have a y equals mx plus b, and this one will be the slope. Okay. For the first case right here, you have here is 8. Let me use black marker. First case here is 8. And here is what? 0. Because you may say 8x plus 0. For the second case here, x in front of x, the coefficient is -1. And here is 3. So again, one more time, here will be slope. Actually, here later on you will find out this is y-intercept. Y-intercept. Okay, that's the intersection of this line with y-axis. You may try it. And this kind of form, there is a name for that, which is called slope intercept form. Slope intercept form. So I want to mark it. Okay. I'll see you next time.